There's a matching tattoo on a body in the morgue, the detective said. I designed that tattoo myself. I've never shown anyone. It's on my hip. The detective was standing in my living room holding a photograph. He'd knocked on my door 10 minutes ago asking if I knew a woman named Celeste Ashford. I didn't. Never heard the name. Then he showed me the photo and my knees almost gave out. The tattoo was identical to mine. A crescent moon wrapped in thorny vines with 3 small stars trailing beneath it. I'd drawn it myself when I was 17 during a difficult time. Spent weeks perfecting every curve and thorn. Got it inked on my hip the day I turned 18. I'd never shown it to anyone except the tattoo artist, and he died in a car accident 2 years later. Where did you get this photo? My voice was barely a whisper. The medical examiner took it during the autopsy. Ms. Ashford was found in a hotel room 3 days ago. Apparent suicide. But something felt off, so we started digging. He paused. Your name came up in her belongings. That's impossible. I don't know anyone by that name. She had a journal. Your name appears 47 times. He pulled out an evidence bag containing a worn leather notebook. She wrote about watching you, following you, studying you, entries going back 3 years. I felt the walls closing in. Someone had been following me for 3 years and I never noticed. Not once. The detective flipped to a marked page and read aloud. She has no idea I exist. No idea I've memorized her schedule, her habits, her preferences. No idea that I've become her in every way that matters. Today I finally got the tattoo. The last piece. Now we're truly identical. Can I see her? The body? An hour later, I was standing in the morgue looking down at a woman who could have been my twin. Same height, same build, same shade of brown hair. Her face was slightly different, but close enough that we could have been sisters. And there on her hip was my tattoo. Every line, every thorn, every star. Exactly where mine was. How is this possible? I whispered. The medical examiner pulled back more of the sheet. There's more. She had a birthmark on her left shoulder blade, identical to mine. A scar on her right knee. Same place I'd fallen off my bike when I was 12. A small mole near her collarbone in the exact spot as mine. She had extensive surgical records, the detective said. Procedures going back 5 years, reshaping her nose, adjusting her chin, laser removal of her original birthmarks, then tattooing new ones to match yours. But how did she know about my birthmarks? My scars? The detective handed me the journal. I spent 2 hours reading the most disturbing thing I've ever encountered. Celeste had been obsessed with me since college. I didn't remember her, but she remembered everything about me. She'd taken photos of me at the campus pool when I wasn't looking, documented every visible birthmark. When I got my hip tattoo, she'd bribed the artist's assistant to photograph the design. After graduation, she started the surgeries. She wanted to become me, not just look like me, be me. The final entries were the worst. She'd applied for jobs using my resume, dated men who'd shown interest in me, pretending to be me on dating apps, visited my hometown and introduced herself to my elderly neighbors as me. The last entry was dated 5 days before her death. I've done everything right. I am her now in every way that matters. But it's not enough. She still gets to be the real one. She still gets to live her life while I only copy it. There's only one way for this to end. Only one way for there to be just one of us. I looked up at the detective. She killed herself so there would only be one of me left. He nodded slowly. That's what we believe. But there's one more thing. He handed me another evidence bag, a key and an address. A storage unit registered in your name. You didn't rent it. The storage unit was across town. Inside were thousands of photographs of me, organized by year. My apartment from every angle. My office, my gym, journals going back over a decade. And in the corner, a shrine. My employee badge that went missing last year. A coffee cup I'd thrown away. Strands of my hair. She'd collected pieces of my life for years, built an archive of my existence. I still have nightmares about looking in the mirror and not knowing if the reflection is really me. The detective calls sometimes, says the case is closed. Celeste acted alone, but last week I found a photograph tucked under my windshield wiper, a picture of me sleeping in my own bed, taken from inside my apartment. On the back, in handwriting that wasn't Celeste's, were 2 words, my turn.